I'm Detective Constable James Turnbull. I'm a 13th Division fraud investigator. I have to have that used vehicle information package. It's a UVIP, it's called. It costs $35. You obtain it from the Ministry of Transportation. And sellers are required to have it prior to selling it. You're supposed to be showing this to every potential buyer. We have here today to make the public aware of a recent investigation and an arrest in relation to that investigation. That basically involves a female, one Karen Ann Rose, she's 40 years old, of Ajax. This is her. And basically, she was selling a car on a popular online website called Kijiji. It's used to buy and sell almost anything you want, much like a newspaper want ad. And in this instance, she was selling a car. It was a very nice car, and it was a really good deal on a car, so it attracted a lot of buyers. She would then make arrangements to meet those people in a public place. They would then want to buy the car due to the good deal on it, and she would accept a large quantity of cash as a deposit for this. She did this to numerous people, and she had no intention of ever selling the car or any intention of ever giving the money back. And that's what got us involved in it. As a result of that investigation, we're looking for more victims. We believe there are more victims out there. We also have reasonable grounds to believe that she's involved in another scam. Same thing with Kijiji, where she's listing a property on there in the Ajax area, and she was looking for people to come rent the property a future date from now. So we believe that there's more victims out there in relation to that, and we'd like them to come forward as well, or any witnesses in regards to that could come forward and provide any information.
Does she go by this name online, or how do people?
She was identifying herself. She'd either use Karen or her middle name Ann. And those are the two names we've seen in both instances.
How many people have you had come forward so far?
With relation to the vehicle, what brought us to it was we were able to find 2 victims of this. And like I said, when we arrested her, we got more grounds to believe that there's other victims out there based on property we found on it. So,
what kind of car was it?
we're not going to disclose what type of car it was, just so we don't compromise the integrity of the ongoing investigation right now, or ruin any possible witnesses.
But it was a high-end car?
Yeah, it was a really nice car.
It was hers?
That was a little side issue on it. It wasn't actually her car either.
So where was this photo coming from?
What photo?
Was she putting a photo up of it?
Yeah, she had a photo up of it so you could see the car. The car was real. People would go and see the car.
Who did it belong to?
It was actually a family member.
Did this family member know what was going on?
That's still to be determined.
What does Ms. Rose do other than allegedly defraud people?
She is employed, so she's gainfully employed, but I don't know exactly what her current status is as far as whether she's actively doing that job.
She been known to the police in the past?
Yes, she is.
What is it that, I mean, it's very vague what you're saying. You're saying there's a woman who identifies herself as Karen or Rose online. Kijiji, do you think she's on other websites? How would people maybe know they've been targeted if they haven't ever met her?
Well, it's something that's happened, from what we could tell, it looks like it started about mid-July, and you would know it if you'd gone, seen the name. From what all indications we've seen, she's identified herself as herself. So we haven't had any indication that she gives a fake name, but in all instances, the people have been interested in buying it, expressed that interest, and she would delay the completion of the sale of the car, but demand a large cash deposit.
What should people do to protect themselves? It sounds like it's a pretty standard transaction people were doing.
Yeah, you know what? And she would come across as a very believable, honest, and trustworthy person. I would think that people dealing with her would feel comfortable doing business with her. But one of the things you got to do to protect yourself is don't deal in cash. You're handing somebody cash for nothing. You're putting a lot of trust in them to come through. And who's to hold them to that? If you're going to put a deposit down and it's for a later sale date, consider a check, perhaps post date it to that sale date. So this way, when the sale date comes up and you're seeing that the seller isn't coming through, you could always go to the bank and have the check stopped And also consider the amount you're going to put down as a deposit. If you buy a new car, they generally don't ask for any more than $500. So why on a used car would you expect to put down any more than that as a deposit as well?
How much it is deposit in this case?
We're not going to disclose the amounts of the deposit, but in total from our victims, we're looking at around $12,000 lost. So we're dealing in large amounts of money.
That's just the 2 victims?
Yes.
So this is a pretty expensive car. She was asking a lot of
Yes.
money. What percentage roughly is that 6,000?
I'm sorry?
What percentage then was she asking of the purchase price? Maybe 20%?
We're looking at, it was, like I said, it was a really good deal on the car, so we're talking about maybe half. And then she would also possibly throw in other extras that could be included in the car, such as rims, things like that.
Can we just get you to repeat your opening statement, officer, for the courtesy of the...
Or previous knowledge to police, is it fraud related as well?
Yes.
Maybe career fraudsters? What do you think?
I don't know. Don't know if you would classify it as a career thing. Like I'm not going to say it's extensive, but she does have some history with us in relation to frauds.
Okay, thank you very much.
You have
Myself, and that could be a sign that if they don't have that package, because it lets you know if there's any liens on the vehicle, who the vehicle belongs to, accidents, previous owners.
Is that
True, it probably is. If you're getting a killer deal there, you got to be wondering why. Why is this person giving you such a good deal? Why are they getting rid of it? Make sure the person owns the property they're selling. And as we talked about, the used vehicle information package can confirm who the owner is, if there's any liens on it. Also, be very wary if you're dealing with cash or they're demanding cash. Protect yourself. There's no reason they would need cash in advance. If you're giving cash for nothing, you're probably going to get nothing in return. And while it didn't happen in this case, I would be wary about people that only want to communicate with you only through email, that they're refusing to make phone calls or refusing to meet you in person. If you're seeing stuff like that, that's red flags right there that tells you the person's intentions probably aren't in your best interest.